We'll get our full-blown acceleration here. Okay, again, still electric power. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a Jeep Wrangler Sahara with the 4xe powertrain, and I'm going to explain why this is the best Wrangler to mall crawl with in today's video. Before we get into this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Provo, Utah for giving me some time with this Wrangler. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions whatsoever, need any help, just ask for Ryan. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission and a hybrid system. Total system output is 375 horsepower and then 470 pound-feet of torque. Your MPGe rating is 49, and then if you take out the hybrid system, you can still average 20 miles per gallon with this setup. This also has over 20 miles of full electric driving range, making this the most fuel-efficient Wrangler of all time and also just the most practical because, well, you don't have to use any gas. Now, before we continue along with the video, I do want to mention if you can see more videos just like this, then I recommend that you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, let's get into why this particular package is the best version of the Wrangler if you're going to mall crawl. And no judgment, by the way, like, it's your vehicle, so if you don't want to take it off-road, that's fine, and that's why this package is for you. So first off, this is a Sahara package, which gives you these cool body-painted fender flares, which just kind of make it look a little bit more luxurious, right? And on top of that, this has LED lights, as you can see, and then also with the turn signal indicator. So it just looks a little bit classier. We've got the blue tow hooks here because, again, it's a 4xe. Now, you can get a version of the Wrangler called the High Altitude that has the bumpers body painted, but you could just get a Sahara like this and then just paint this after the fact if you want it to all match. But you know, I think that the contrast actually looks pretty good with this. Now, the next reason as to why this is a good mall crawler is it has 20-inch wheels. They're all blacked out, and obviously this isn't the most practical setup for off-roading, but it looks really good, and so it's the most practical setup for mall crawling. Now, just like every Wrangler, you still have a solid front axle, so you know you still have Wrangler driving dynamics. And then notice all of the badges here on the side, again blue because 4xe. We have these fixed side steps which make getting in and out a lot easier. Obviously that messes up with the breakover angle a little bit, but again, mall crawling, right? And then here's your full side view. Notice this also has the body painted hard top as well, so it kind of has this like clean uniform appearance. And then popping to the rear, we've got the LED taillights, which again looks snazzy here. And then notice the little blue Jeep there because 4xe. Then we got our 4xe logo right here. And then something to mention, because this doesn't have like a big off-road tire, this is really light opening it up, which is nice. And then notice storage space back here. Fantastic, just like any other Wrangler. Like, you don't sacrifice anything. And then you guys can see the little charger that you get with it so you can charge it at home. This does not have fast charging, and so I'll double check the window sticker, but my guess is it's probably with a 240 volts. If it allows that, you're probably going to be like a few hours to get a full charge, but we'll double check the window sticker later. And then you guys can see with the body painted cage there. So storage space, again, it'll fit all the groceries for all of the mall crawling. And then here's kind of like the rear view. And then the reason I picked up this specific Sahara is because this has the upgraded leather interior, as you can see. Now, not as cool as like the High Altitude interior, but I still think this is a really nice interior, especially for a Wrangler. Now, something to mention, I just reviewed a Rubicon that has the cat skins you can get, the Mopar cat skins. I believe you can get that on this package as well. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that would be really cool with those like upgraded leather seats. But again, these are still really nice. And then being the 4xe, notice we have the hybrid electric and then e-save mode. So basically this will save the battery. This will drive it in full electric, and then hybrid, pretty self-explanatory. And that's just to open up the gas cap. And then if I pop in, ooh, notice that we're in full electric mode right now. Something else that I feel like this has that's great is really good backup camera, right? Nice resolution. With that, you've got your max regen button here, so you can basically do a one-pedal drive and actually get more range out of the hybrid system. We have heated seats, heated steering wheel. We've got a dual-zone climate system with this as well. And then you guys can see all the rest of the controls here. And since it's still a Wrangler, right, if you want to drive this in all 4 seasons, obviously you can, because you've got 4-wheel auto, 4-wheel high part-time, and 4-wheel low, even if you decide to take this off-road for some reason. And also pretty decent storage space here in the center console. And then look at like the dash with the stitching right there, which is pretty cool. And then there's the glove box. And by the way, I know this is not like a normal Ben Hardy review, but again, kind of just on the topic of this being a mall crawler. So base MSRP on this is $54,595. And then this has just a couple of packages added to it, almost everything standard equipment. So body painted hardtop is a package, and then cold weather group, which gives you remote start, heated seats, heated steering wheel. It's also features. But total MSRP on this, $60,080. You got a 5-year 60,000 mile on the powertrain, 8-year 100,000 mile on the hybrid system, and then you have a 3-year 36,000 mile on the basic. And let's see if it gives us a charge time. It does not, so it just says 22 miles. It doesn't tell us how fast it would take to charge it, but I think it's like a 17.3 kilowatt hour battery pack, which is not super big. So if you have a 240 volt, then again, I think that you could charge this in a matter of just a couple hours, which again, just adds to the practicality. Let's take it out, see how it drives, and cap things off. Well, let's go over visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood, both of the mirrors, and then throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. So I am in full electric mode right now, as you all can see. And by the way, this has a 95% charge, and it's stating 25 miles of range. So even though the window sticker says 22 miles of range, this gets more. Something that I've noticed that a lot of other people have noticed now is the EPA is way too conservative with their range figures for plug-in hybrid vehicles and then fully electric vehicles as well. And so just understand that, you know, whatever the window sticker says is probably not accurate. And well, watch YouTube videos like this so that you can learn what the real range actually is. And if you guys are wondering, when I had one of these for a week, it was the Rubicon package, and it was able to get like mid-20s unless you went on the highway. If you went on the highway, then the range definitely diminished. But guess what? No engine. Like, we're just all electric. And again, that's why this is the ultimate mall crawling Wrangler, because I can just, you know, drive around town, and if you have a relatively short commute, then boom, you don't have to use any gas. And you know, there's a lot of charging stations now, a lot more than there used to be. And so what you could do is basically just, you know, drive it to work, put it on the charger, and then, you know, when you go home, then take it off, and boom, you're again good. Don't have to use any gas, which is great when, you know, gas prices have lowered, but they're still pretty dang high. Now, one thing to mention is I can kind of press into the pedal a decent amount, still not using any sort of gas power, and it just gets up and moves. And it's quick. It's relatively quick. Like, you can keep up with traffic and all that with just using the electric side of things here with the 4xe, which I find very impressive. And we'll get our full-blown acceleration here. Okay, again, still electric power. Kind of slows down a little bit there at the top end. So like 0 to 20, perfect. But once you get above 20 miles an hour, it does kind of like start to slow down a little bit. And you can kind of feel there's like some pressure being pushed back in your foot with the pedal. If you push past that pressure, then the engine will turn on. And then you'll get, you know, all 375 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque, which is just craziness, right? But yeah, I thought you guys might want to see a full electric, you know, it's a short drive, but a full electric drive here with the 4xe. So to fully sum things up, I think this package looks great on the outside, and again, from an interior perspective, you know, with like the stitching on the dash and here and all that kind of stuff, it definitely feels a little bit more luxury for a Wrangler. And you know, having street tires means that you're going to be able to get better range with this. If you get like a Rubicon 4xe, you know, it's cool off-road and everything, but you're not going to be able to get as much range because you're going to have a little bit more resistance from just the weight of the tires, first off, but then also, right, the knobs digging into the road. And so that's why I would say that this is the best mall crawler Wrangler. The only thing that this particular one is missing that you can easily add on after the fact is just the top insulation. Other than that, I mean, this literally has everything. And it's so cool. Like, I love the fact that like just being able to drive a Wrangler on all electric power. Let me know what you guys think about this Sahara. Let me know if you think this is the sweet spot for, I guess, mall crawling, or if you would change some things about this. And also, let me know what you guys think about Jeep making something like this, where like Jeep's feeding into like the whole mall crawler community, where they are literally, we live in a world where Jeep sells a Wrangler that has no lockers, that everything's body painted, and has, you know, this nice leather interior, and it's 20-inch wheels, purely meant for on-road use. I want you guys to let me know what you think about that, again, because it's Jeep doing this. That's gonna sum things up with our video on this Wrangler Sahara 4xE. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry H. Miller Dodge Ram Jeep Crest here in Provo, Utah for giving me some time with this Wrangler. Check out the inventory in the description down below. Ask for Ryan if you have any questions. I'll see you.